Right. Back in the chair. Welcome back. Chop chop. Have some Gwent now. Alright. As far as I know, rest of the stream is gonna be Gwent. We have a tourney to win. Ordinarily, Abigail would apply. There's a shelf back at Corvo Bianco that needs a trophy. Put a lot of time into Gwent this playthrough. You go back to our adventures with Geralt, the beginning of our adventures with Geralt and Gwent. The first 200 hours here, there was no Gwent. But I came around. And I want to see the end of this tourney today. So, the tourney does not quite begin here. First, we need the rest of our Skellige deck. We have all the missing cards.
Consider yourself greedy.
Now we need the basic cards. One of you. One
I assure you, Skellige is just as strong as the other factions.
That'll do.
It shall soon be considered canon. Of this I'm certain.
I don't know. Always been a Nilfgaard man myself. I must give it some more thought.
Geralt of Rivia. Saw a notice about a Gwent tournament.
By all means, you've come to the right place. I am Count Martin Monnier.
You want the job, Bob?
Our tourney's more than mere diversion. We've a mission, see? To spread word of my brother's brainchild, Skellige, a new Gwent faction.
These new cards. Tell me something about them.
Their design embodies the Isle's spirit. The rage-filled potency, the rough, brutal beauty. Famed Skelligers, heroes of lore, berserkers and beasts, ogle us from the cards. Bran Tuirsek is the faction's leader, of course.
And the other famous Skelligers?
Hjalmar and Serisan Kreite, naturally, though not conjoined. Also Hemdall the hero, the venerable druid Ermion, the list goes on.
New deck? Where'd you get the idea? I mean, why bother?
All Beauclair knows me as a great lover and promoter of Gwent. My brother, dead for some time now, was known to be the same. We shared another great passion, travel. Spent a great many years at sea in our youth, marking out our territory in multiple corners of the world. Yet the one that truly grabbed us by the stones were the Skellige Isles. The stormy sea, consumed by a fever, a suicidal awe, dashing itself against somber cliffs. That is the image I retain. It, and others like it, inspired my brother to devise the new faction.
Well,
The tournament. Where do I sign up to play?
Right here with me. I've one slot open, but there's a condition. You must use cards of the Skellige faction. You see, I've already asked a great many seasoned players to do the same. Alas, all fear novelties, disdain process, care too much for the climax, for winning. So they insist on playing with their tried and true decks.
Long story short, you need a sucker who'll risk it. Take a stab at proving Skellige's no worse than the established decks. Best way to do that'd be to win this tournament using your brother's cards.
We understand one another perfectly, I see. Behold this trophy, standing stiff and strong. It could be yours if you win.
Not bad. Could look great in my house. On the sideboard, maybe.
am I talking to the wrong guy? Don't we need the base deck first? We'll be right back.
Thanks for the offer, but not really in the mood
Yes,
to play.
we are, Geralt.
A shame.
Shush.
The mood has little
Tourney's
to
yet
do
to
with the
begin.
real man's performance. The tourney's yet to begin, so should you change your mind, and In a bid to coax you into reconsidering,
That's what I
shall
wanted.
give you the cards for a core.
I wanted to make sure
Skellige.
we had our deck put
Rest
together
I
first.
keep for myself.
That's all.
For I too intend to play as Skellige.
Thanks. So long.
Hell, I don't remember a whole lot of this. Well, there's 4 matches and things get interrupted. Got our base deck. And what we have left is the tourney. Let's look at that deck. We almost got to play with the Skellige deck already because we put a lot of time into collecting all the cards that were missing. So we've already assembled a basic deck, almost playable. We want to look at it more closely this time. Matters now, the tourney. The Mardrome card is a special part of the Skellige deck. Some of the strengths of the Skellige deck. It's its own deck, so it's different, but one of the strengths is similar to the monster deck. It has muster cards. And how you effectively use muster cards is part of the Skellige faction. But then there's the Mardrome and Ermion. I think we'll have to look at Ermion. But if you have Berserkers, which are cards generally low point cards, they can consume the mushrooms and be turned into something else. Bears, for example. Some of our cards work in multiple decks. We're going to pull Gaunter. Not going to help us because we don't have any other of his musters. Let's pull that out while I'm thinking about it. Cow! So there's Ermion. He's a gold card, point card, and has the Mardrome effect. Converting Berserkers. I don't think we have... Well, maybe we might have Berserkers now. This is what we already had. These were the missing cards and our generics. Long ships, tight bond. Pirate. Scorch. It's a point card that also functions as a Scorch. And not a conditional Scorch. Not just one row. A plain old Scorch. I don't know that pirate card. Another long ship, but not a tight bond. A muster. I hope we have more of those. Or we might want to pull it. Shield Maidens. I hope we have more of those. I see at least one. We do have a Ceres card, and Ceres will muster the Shield Maidens. One of the best moves for the Skellige deck, right? And now, I may sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't so well with the Skellige deck. I played it a little bit 2 years ago. And we've been playing opponents with the Skellige deck, but mostly played Northern Realms and monsters. Summon Avenger when this card is removed, kind of like the cow. It summons a powerful new card. So no points, but Gambia is removed. Berserker, 2 of those. And a Commander's Horn. Alright, we're gonna not want to have a lot more. We want 22 unit cards. If we can pare it down to a nice tight 22 unit cards that we want to see in our hand, that would be ideal. First, we're going to go over and then we'll take things out. Shield Maiden, definitely. Berna, a medic. There aren't a lot of medics in the Skellige deck. Nice. I think we want to put Berna in the deck. Berserkers, for now, we want to add any Berserkers to the deck. Any longship musters? 2 of those, yes. Berserkers, yes. And for longships, warriors, tight bond, warriors, 6 point. On those, 3 of them. We're gonna have to do a little more work on this deck. Hjalmar, yes. Lugos, Madman Lugos, Blue Boy Lugos. Archers, we even have some siege. I don't know how much I want to mix all that up. Skellige Storm, we have at least 1 already in there. Okay, this deck is bloated. Time to trim it down. I think the cow is gonna go. We have we want that special card, special kind of behavior where a removed card becomes a powerful card. We have Camby. Cow. And wait, Dandelion Plays only to close combat, functions as a commander's horn, and we had, I'm looking for one other I saw, Bard. Siege, commander's horn. But only for the siege row. You have siege cards? Are we going to be playing up here? Playing much siege? I don't. A lot. The longships. Galaga has siege, though. Longships. And Bard and the, not the light longships, muster 3. War longships, tight bond 3. Well, maybe we leave them both. We can't have everything. If we have a really bloated deck, then our hand becomes too random. It's not like you can predict your hand. Even with the minimum number of cards in the deck, you can't predict your hand. But if you have too many, there's too much random possibility in it, and you won't have a lot of control over what type of game you're going to be playing. At least if you pare your deck down to the type of cards you want, especially if you have multiples, musters. Zoltan, goodbye. Vesemir, for now. I think we're going to want to stick with more Skellige cards proper. Who are we going to be playing? We're going to be playing different decks in the tourney, and toys are useful in many cases. Scorches are useful in many cases. I don't think clear weather. Should I pull that clear weather back in? And what's our leader card right now? We have 2 choices: King Bran, Rock on Crate. King Bran, and I don't know yet if this is a passive or if we have to play it. You can tell me if you know. Units only lose half their strength in bad weather conditions. Weather tends to wipe out a row, only losing half. Large difference. Knowing if that's passive or not, though. Then there's this. Shuffle cards from the graveyard back into the deck. So if you have a lot of muster cards, and Skellige deck has a lot of muster cards, once they're in the graveyard, you can't muster them again. So even if you medicked a muster card after playing a group of them that go together in a round, and then they end up in the graveyard, even if you medic one out, it can't muster the others out of the graveyard. But if you have this leader, Croc on Crate, and you play it, your graveyard shuffles back in, and then you can muster again. So that, or expect to get hit with bad weather and better weather the storm. Maybe we'll switch up during the tourney. I don't know. We won't know who. I don't know if we'll know ahead of time what deck we're playing, but Google knows. We can look it all up, but whatever. We're going to have fun with it. And Abigail rules aren't going to apply here. I want to see us through the tourney. For now, King Bran. Unit cards 29. I want to try to ditch 7 cards. I'm not going to ditch 7 cards. We're not ditching Olaf the Bear. We're not ditching any of our gold cards. Dandelion and that Bard both count as unit cards, and they're both Commander's Horns. While they might be low point value, they're pretty valuable for what they bring to the table. Berserkers can be turned by Ermion or the Mardrome. Shield Maidens. Different Shield Maidens do we have? Total Shield Maidens. 1 and 1 and come on. 2 different ones. We have 1, 2, 3 total, and that's it. It's not great. That's it. Well, Ceres can pull those 3. That's still good. Shouldn't say that's it. I don't know what I want to pull. I haven't played the deck yet. This is why we're going to go play BB a little bit. See what he does. The Berserkers. We'll keep the Shield Maidens. Erna. How about these? Oh, man. Can't have it all. What am I going to ditch? What would you ditch from the deck? Anybody a Skellige player? Ditch the Lonely Archer. Mardrome card is not a unit card. We got to pare down the unit cards. But even so, Ermion, minimum number of cards you needed. What I want to do is ditch 6 more point cards. I need to ditch 6 more. Dandelion, I don't think I want to drop. Scorch Pirate. Long ships that are tight bonds. We have 2 groups of tight bonds, don't we? Point tight bonds, we do. 2 groups of 3. Close combat, the warriors. Siege. Each of them have a commander's horn that could show up, Dandelion and the Bard, respectively. Maybe we ditch one of those groups. Just have to pick one. Which line don't we want to play more? Do we want to play the close combat? Do we want to play the siege? What is Skellige Storm effect? 2 rows. Range and siege. So if we want to play storms or not be hurt by storms, then close combat might be a better bet. So I just don't want to ditch these. We've got the muster type, particularly useful because if in our hand, if we get lucky enough to just have one in the hand, we can muster the others. It makes our hand stronger versus having to have these in the hand and play them together to get much out of it. So let's do this. Let's ditch the siege line for now and the bard that goes with them. Is there any other siege? I'd like to drop 2 more point cards, but we don't have to. The berserkers, that's 1 berserker. Were there more berserkers? Thought there were. Yes, we had 3 young berserkers, 2 points, and 1 berserker, 4 points. Let's drop one of those berserkers. We could drop 2 of those. So then, here's what we've got. 3 shield maidens. Cirrus and 3 shield maidens. 2 possible medics, Yennefer and Berna. 2 berserkers, which I don't know. We should probably, in the same way I pulled the siege, got to play to our strengths. We can't be all melee, so we've got a bit of a spread. We've got some range, we've got some melee, and Olaf can go either way. I think we have a good deck here. We're basically staying out of the siege line. Even though we have some ships. They're going ranged. And our berserkers, we only have 2, but we have Ermion. And the 2 of them plus Ermion will be stronger than they look. There we go. 26 in the deck, 22 total. If you look at how many I have in the monster deck, we had 25. 22 unit and 25 total, not many special cards. We played Northern Realms a lot. 22 unit cards, 27. So last thought there on our Skellige deck before we go practice and go play BB a little bit. Decoy. We increase the odds we get a decoy or a scorch in our deck. Right now we've got 2 storms, 1 decoy. We added another. The odds that we get a decoy or a storm in our deck go up in our hand. Okey-dokey. Have to play BB. There's got to be someone. We can just play someone here in town. It doesn't really have to be a good player. Are they dropping more letters? We know plays Gwent. At least one of these shopkeepers plays Gwent. Here might also play Gwent, but check the Angry Dwarf notices. You like a little parkour there, Geralt? Hey. Yes? Oh, this is good. Come on. Oh, yeah! Geralt, my man.
That Witcher's rather handsome.
And have you seen his parkour? I mean, have you seen his parkour? That he stood on a candlestick to do that.
Those scars. That gaze. Oh, I shifted just looking at him.
There another.
Behold,
Oh.
our hero, Geralt of Rivia.
Hey, it's Fabio. Fabio, what are you doing
Yo,
here?
What are you doing here?
Leave me be. Without my Vivian, life has no meaning. You are the last to whom I wish to speak.
Well then. Huh.
You are the only Geralt of Rivia.
That was pretty sad. That's our Fabio.
It is right and fitting, Witcher, that the Duchessa summoned.
Come on, good folk, come quickly. I haven't enough for everyone. I won't.
Crazy, but I think I've learned my way around parts of this town.
In all Toussaint. Welcome, please.
Not sure he plays
peruse.
Gwent, but one of these
The
guys
best
should.
diverse wares in Toussaint at the best prices.
Need a practice game or
Instead
two.
of chatting,
The Skellige deck,
why not a quick game of Gwent?
then the tourney.
I stock the lard of the Duchessa herself.
Monster, you're playing. It's my bag, baby. A storm, an elf, full berserkers, which are no good unless we have Mardrome. So looking, we don't. And we got Cirrus. So we don't want Shield Maidens in the hand. We want Shield Maidens in the deck. Can be. Okay, interesting. Light Longships, same thing. What we really want is the Mardrome, which I might have pulled out of the deck, or Ermion. If we don't get Ermion or the Mardrome, these Berserkers are going to be pretty weak cards. On the other hand, having two Longships, the muster cards in hand, one of those is useless. So what's a better redraw? The Longship. And we got a Scorch. So hopefully our Spy gets us a Mardrome or an Ermion. That was dumb. Why would you play a Scorch card as an opening move? Then there's nothing it could possibly Scorch. Survey says Shield Maiden, which is all but useless. There are fancy things that can be done. I mean, if you play a Shield Maiden in one round and it goes into the discard pile, and depending on your leader card, if you can shuffle your discard back into your hand, then you can get a Shield Maiden back in your hand to be mustered by Cirrus. But generally, if you have Cirrus, you don't want a Shield Maiden in your hand. Now, that was an interesting start. Cards. One question about the way these work. The Summon Avenger, when this card is removed from the battlefield, it summons a powerful new card. Does that work in the transition between rounds? When it's removed at the end of a round, does it leave the card? It does, doesn't it? Can anyone confirm? Certainly if it gets taken out in the middle of a round, it will be replaced by the Avenger. What about at the end of a round? The other thing I really want to discover, again, you can tell me if you know, is this passive or do we need to play it? Let's see if it's playable. It's not even clickable, so passive. The end of the round, it gets replaced. Thank you. Thank you. So I think a card like that would be almost more valuable at the end of a game when someone's running out of cards. If you make it to the third round and your last ditch effort, having that, so playing that in the second round, if second round goes badly and you make it to a third, it turns into something strong to help you in the third round. So let's hang on to that. We don't have a Mardrome card. We're probably not going to get one. Our spy's gone. Monster, you can have a spy. I don't have a decoy. So let's bait you out with some berserkers. Just notice they're on different rows. The young and the berserker. Different rows. He's burning a lot of his stuff. Scorch won't... It would be so close. If he just had his 4s, we could take the line. But as it is, it would only take... He sort of protected his monster cards by playing... Sorry, a higher point card. Highest point card is what gets taken by a generic Scorch. Doesn't matter which side of the board it's on. Again, with the berserkers. Not sure if Camby turns into a fiend or if that's the cow or what. Wow! Yeah, you just do it. I'm not gonna try for this first round, but congratulations. And he did that with only a few cards played. Look at how that monster deck mustered up 80 points in the first round. Do I want to get them to play anything else? I don't think. I think we're good. For now. Yikes. Mount. Camby. I could have played the Camby. Ooh. Could have played Camby there too, and then we would have gotten that boost in the second round, but... I didn't bring any siege with my Skellige deck. None. That's cool. That's cool. Well, we need to play some points to win the round. Simply must. This guy's a genius! I guess Triss is the way to save all my cool moves for the last round. So, Triss it is. Well, we could have done that a few different ways. Okay. 11! Yeah! Look at Camby. What did Camby become? Skellige ability, we got another Camby just in case. I don't think there's a way Camby could be removed from the board again, but... what is the definition of the Skellige faction ability? Is it 2 cards from your deck, from your graveyard, from... Heimdall. Heimdall. Badass. That's a nice card. Gonna help a lot in the tourney. Okay, yeah. Before we play the tight bond or any of that, let's, before we play any close combat tight bond. Practice. Bronze. Lovely. Still missing a crone in our monster deck. Bye, ladies. Berserker. 10 or more points, and then the highest point card goes. And it doesn't count a gold card. So we had 15 points in the front row, and the highest point card that was not protected was that Berserker. Rogue. Iris musters that Shield Maiden and 2 more from the deck. Airtight bond cards. Boom. Leshen! Leshen doesn't care about the weather. EGAF. Olaf can... How would Olaf fight ranged? Someone explain that to me. Olaf boosts everybody else in the row by 1. K-Ran! Notice how our, and there's the answer to the weather card, to our leader card, and how it affects the weather. Instead of going down to 1, these are 2. It's cut in half. The effect is cut in half. They were 4, they got cut to 2 instead of 1. They were 8, they'd have been cut to 4 instead of 1. That's a passive, we didn't have to play it. Yeah! Alright, let's go play the tourney. I want to take one more look at the deck real quick, too. We don't have a Mardrome. I pulled the Mardrome and left Ermion. So our Berserkers are only good if we get Ermion. Only good. Ermion's good by himself because he's an 8-point gold card, but he's better if they're Berserkers. I haven't really built the deck up for that. We only have 2 Berserkers and Ermion. I could add a Mardrome for better chances that we have something. But that Mardrome card, again, Ermion's what we want. A Mardrome would be okay. I don't know if I'd be spamming up the deck. Those Berserkers didn't mess up that hand. We had two Berserkers in that hand. Our opponent played poorly. The tourney won't be like that. If we get Berserkers and no Mardrome or Ermion, I like the deck we just built. I think we should add a Mardrome card.
I won't go. I simply won't do it.
Ah!
Behold our hero, Geralt of Rivia.
Oh.
Well, what do we have here?
Vanilla wrapper.
Must be a new arrival.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome. Greetings, salutations. Whoa. Flipping.
When I was a young maid, we adhered to such
I don't think
laws
parkour is going to
as
save you now,
one
Geralt. You're going to have to go around. Show off.
A witcher?
Yeah. Care to dance? It's another note from the dwarves. Been losing health running around, have I? Not from the dwarves, from Count Monnier's brother. My dearest brother. This is the creator of the new deck. So excited to hear you will be organizing a tournament where the players will be able to test the new faction. I think this is a fabulous idea. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make an appearance. My health has taken a sudden turn for the worse. The medics don't see much hope for me. Oh well, everyone shall have their turn, as our father would say. I've had a good life. Do not regret anything. Well, except perhaps for a few choice cards I lost over the years, but you cannot gain without risking something. This might very well be the last letter I write to you, so I'd like you to know I'm very proud of you. A Gwent tournament using the new faction, that is the idea of a lifetime. Do not worry about those who oppose your changes, and indeed the notion of change itself. There shall always be malcontents. Those such as yourself should let intuition guide them and follow the path of progress. Where would our world be today if we allowed only the nearsighted, the unimaginative to steer our affairs? No doubt stuck in a dark cave, warming fires and illuminating candles beyond our reckoning. Thus I retain high hopes for your tournament and wish it all the best. I believe it shall soon be the finest, most prestigious Gwent tournament in all the world. Your brother, Igor. Announced Igor.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
For tomorrow we all may die. What happened to the players? And the trophy we're after. Okay.
Greetings.
I trust
Game
you've
on.
reconsidered your decision.
Oh, yes.
Will you try your luck in our tournament after all?
All right, I'll give it a shot. Play using the new faction.
That is an exceedingly good rub to my loins. Just remember the
And I don't
cards
wanna
gave
rub
you
your
form,
loins.
but the base deck.
No chance I
But
can
I'll
win
play
the
with your
tournament
deck.
with these cards?
An issue easily
Is that any
resolved.
better?
You must simply face local Gwent competitors. Win the missing cards from them. Besides,
Already
it will
done.
be very good practice for the tournament itself.
Fun.
Already got a good enough deck to play in the tournament of Skellige.
Might I have a peek? You do indeed. Come back in 2 days' time then, for the start of the tourney.
Pass the hours.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Yeah. Drewski.
Pure gold.
Thank you. Thank you for your sub and support. Cheers. Cheers to the good times you had by all. Thank you for helping make that possible. Go. And I just accidentally took a screen cap, which drop any frames. It's because I grabbed a screen cap by accident. We're right up against how much upstream bandwidth I have with Ice Girl with the stream. Always.
I shall be famous one day, as famous as you.
Some of the players.
How fares your health, sir?
I
Behind
will not.
Biafra, and sail as me alone. At your service, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
Leave me in peace, Witcher.
Well, drink 'em if you got 'em.
Did you kiss a sweet shining sun?
Do you know the colors I would see on the Dutch
This year-
banners?
There you are. A pleasure to see you again. The Skellige faction, how do you find it?
So far, so good.
It's great. Faction's a pleasure to play.
I'm glad to hear it.
Any specific tournament rules? Mind giving me an overview?
Firstly, might I introduce the contestants? Superb Gwent players all, hailing from the world's farthest corners. Hammal Ochen Dankbali, an Offieri merchant. Eric van Frog, a patrician from Novigrad. And lastly, we are proud to welcome a Skelliger.
Ye blind? Not Skelliger, Skelligirl, damn it!
Skill
No
girl.
offense meant. Agnetha Skolt, her ever-charming Isle temperament in evidence, along with assorted beats, baubles, ropes. As to the rules, they're simple. Each player adopts a faction they cannot change for the tourney's duration. Lose a match, and you're eliminated. The winner from among you shall advance to the semi-final to face the winner of the tourney's previous edition, His Excellency the Ambassador of the Empire of Nilfgaard, Master von Hin. The winner of that match shall in turn face none other than me, your humble servant.
Hands off our Gwent! No
And the stars of the
new
show.
fucking factions!
Oh no, fucking factions! Protesters? Jeez. We saw some of their literature outside.
Protesters have gathered outside. Quite a few, it seems.
Hands off our bloody game! We didn't want any new factions! Money, you dozy cunt! Stop diddling with dwarven tradition!
Change cannot always please everyone. Gwent traditionalists resent my efforts to expand the canon to include Skellige, but we shall pay them no mind.
Playing
Mind
what?
telling me what factions the others will be playing?
It is no secret. Eric van Frog will play the Northern Realms. His Excellency, in a flush of patriotism, chose Nilfgaard. Hamal Ochendankbali will play the Monsters deck, and Agnetha Skold has chosen Skoyatel. Yours truly, of course, shall await the winner with a Skellige deck. I'm determined to prove its value.
Pharaoh, hey, Dad. Hey, Pharaoh.
Ready to start if everybody else is.
I invite you to join me on the
That's
deck.
you, son.
The herald shall soon announce the tourney's start.
Let the
It
tourney
shall be
begin!
ours.
In round one, Agnetha Skolt faces Eric von Vrog, and Geralt of Rivia plays Hamal on Gangbali.
Let's grab a table.
He's playing monsters. That's
Would you wish to make?
What did you have in mind?
Weapons do I collect
Frack.
on your sword of silver my eye has
I
caught?
forgot to take Erendite
Should
off
I
my
win,
back.
I should take it. Should I lose, to you another equally precious shall I give?
Yeah, you want to play for Erendite? Yeah, I only got it from the lady in the lake. No big deal.
All right.
This is my best sword. This is my best sword. We just bet our pink slip to our best sword. Ah, warm up. King Bran. Ermion, Hjalmar wouldn't be affected. Olaf can play to close combat. We don't have to get stuck too much ranged. Long ships. We are a frontline Skellige deck right now. I mean, I've loaded it in the front, and there's not much else. There's some other stuff, but not standard unit cards. So what is King Bran gonna do? He's gonna help us with weather that might, if anybody hits us with a frost card. Yeah. Okay, well, let's keep Bran in the deck. It's the same basic setup as our warm-up, but who's the leader? Who's he playing? What's his leader? I don't even recognize that card. Being able to speak is good. Elf, yeah. Dandelion. A berserker who can probably go, unless Ermion's hiding over there. He is! Ermion's hiding over there. Young berserker, huh? 2 light longships. We want to redraw one of those. And I don't see Ceres. So let's try redrawing a Shield Maiden and a longship. And I'm hoping we get Ceres and the other berserker. Another Shield Maiden. Well. Can be. We got a better hand in the practice round. And we're probably facing a better player right now. Dandelion. Check out your Eridan, Bringer of Death. I have not seen the Bringer of Death. Restore a card from your discard pile to your hand. You probably get to choose it. Basically a medic. Your leader is an extra medic. I wonder if it's unrestricted. You can bring things a medic normally couldn't. Anyone know? We do have a spy, so we could yet see Ceres. Another Berserker. Ceres and another Skellige Storm. Which we're playing monsters, there probably won't be siege and ranged. Or not much. Remember how crazy our practice game was? Our opponent went nuts in that first round. I did not bring Croc on Crate. I brought King Bran. If I had brought Croc on Crate, we could play the Shield Maiden, let her go into the discard pile, use the leader to bring her back into the hand later for Ceres. We have two of these. Go ahead and see if they're gonna... They would pass. If I try to just bait him out a little bit. If he's interested in playing another card for shits and giggles. Commander's Horn. If it is, he burned a Commander's Horn. For a row that he probably... So weird. Couldn't stack it with Dandelion, but... Just save that. Tit for tat. I did not test what the Berserkers turn into. I think the young Berserkers turn into a bear and have a guess or know the points, and then the greater Berserker we don't have got to turn into something stronger than that. We're going to hang on to the Shield Maiden for Ceres. Curiouser and curiouser. I don't want to hand him the round quite yet. Thinking how to minimize my investment and maximize his investment in return. Should have probably passed there and left me with the decision about whether I wanted to play into it. He knows it wouldn't be that hard to take the round. Want to take the round. Could. Hit him hard and fast. I'm not going to see another one of these. Good move. As soon as he saw me invest, and in hindsight I might have chosen to invest less. I can't decoy that back. If I had passed, probably would have passed anyways. Could have saved that card. Third round. I'm saving Camby. We'll play Camby in the second round. We need to win the second and third. Camby's going to be our third round surprise. So we don't want to play anything else. Looking. Actually, I could have taken that round, and I probably should have. Here! Alright. It's only Erendite on the line. He passed as soon as I played a 6-point card, investing in a round when I hadn't invested any points yet. But getting to 18, getting over 18 wouldn't have been the biggest deal. So, if we wanted that first round, could have had it. Probably should have taken it too. Look at how strong he's coming out in the second round. Never liked that sword anyways. Opponent has passed. He needs to save something for a final round. Must. Bait card. Our leader's a passive. We're going to need all the points we can muster, no pun intended. But we also need to win this round. So where's some of that? Yes, 12. Yikes. It's actually pretty rough. He's got a lot more points buried in a monster deck. And he hasn't even used his leader card. Bum. Saris is going to pull the Shield Maidens. But we need to get these points now. Just thinking here, we get 12. We get 434, 536. Saris would get us to 36. Have to do one more than that. I also just played the Berserker. Let's see what Ermion. Okay. I also need to know what happened. So Ermion, Berserker, 8. 2 to 8. All right. Well, Saris would take us over, but we'd be kind of weakened for the next round. I don't think we can. We can't get over with our muster cards, and then we'd be stuck playing even more. Let's really. Can't stop the Shield Maidens. That would have been... I have not played this game well, so we'll be lucky to make it through. Monster deck gets to keep one. Our faction... Well, there's Candy. Camby. Skellige ability. Got real lucky on that. 2 Shield Maidens. Wow. Thank you. Put down weather. I am playing terribly. Put down weather that's going to hurt me. Nuked my advantage. It's going to cut these to 2. There's 3 of them. It's going to cut them to 2. But it was still a silly move under the circumstances. Gotta hope his hand is worse than mine. And he's still got a medic and a leader card. So. And the Kayran boosts the last crone by 1. Dandelion is not going to be able to help these. He's not going to be able to help anyone. Not even going to be able to help himself. 2. Unless what you're sitting on happens to be weather. I think you won. Survey says, medic. Points. Hot damn. Didn't expect to screw the pooch so badly right away. Did you see that, Jazz? The dog's not watching. Quick J, Alt F4! Logan, I said, do you have any more swords?
Damn it. Not just out of a tournament. Lost my sword, too.
I said Abigail rules, which would normally apply. We've,
Another's misfortune requires. For a match good, thank
he actually will sell you he'll trade you your sword back.
And my land, folk who slander like that don't live long, because we don't let them. Accuse me of cheating again, and I'll cut your tongue out.
Enough. Hands to yourselves.
As Gwent is a gentleman's sport, we expect all its players to demonstrate impeccable manners, and we cannot tolerate any disturbances. Thus, by decision of Count Monnier, the contestants from Novigrad and Skellige are hereby disqualified.
Hey, stuff gets a little messy. We're gonna actually play that again. Not because of the sword, I lost the sword. It's good. Close your eyes! No, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Shh, don't look. Wow. There's nothing happening here. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nope. Nope, nope. So, this is our second playthrough of Blood and Wine. The last one was 2 years ago, and I'm sure we didn't make it through the tourney. You gotta understand, I want to see the end of the tourney this time. Anyone remember how many games we made it through? I think I lost in the second game. Third, maybe. Probably the second game. That was awful! You all never let me forget that. I wouldn't blame you.
With the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic.
Sir, just in time. Ernie.
Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own.
Abigail rules don't apply here. We've learned a lot about Gwent, and it's time to put that to good use. What you just saw was not putting that to good use. I've not fulfilled my obligation. Need to see us through the tourney. That means winning 4 matches. When said you threw the match, you were outplayed. I really should have made a different save, huh? Because we have to meditate.
I trust.
Yep, we'll play.
Oh. Just remember the.
No.
An issue.
I'll update the save.
You.
I got put down hard in the first game in the tourney. I actually did a practice. I went off and played a merchant with the Skellige deck, and it went really well. He played monsters. And in the first round of the tourney, I played against someone with monster deck, and I made every poor decision I could about what to play and what to leave, what to hold. I have had a couple beers, though, so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Did you guess,
We've had our introductions, so we don't need to listen to that again.
Any
We'll get right back into the game.
Eric. Naturally. As to the winner of.
Hands off! No.
Hands off our Gwent! No fucking new factions! Just the protesters. I don't think the secondary dialogue options here affect anything later, but I just want to make sure we've clicked through them. No obsessive, compulsive, anything. No. Okay.
Let the tourney begin!
Again!
In round 1, Agneta Skolt faces Eric von Vrog. And Geralt of
Start commute time.
plays Hamal on Gangbali.
Let's grab a table.
Get you in a bit. Maybe.
What did you have in mind?
Weapons do I collect, and your sword of silver my eye has caught. Should I win,
Johnny,
I should take it.
tell me how awful
Should I
that
lose,
was.
To you another equally precious shall I give?
Oh, we're still betting Erendite. We just need to win.
So be it.
I did not plan on betting Erendite. Thought about swapping King Brand back for Krokon Crate. So if we do get Shield Maidens that we're stuck with early, we can play them and then bring them back. We really didn't have a lot of ranged. I'm the one playing the Storms against myself. That happened last time too. Try Krokon Crate. Same leader. He's got that extra medic. We probably don't need 2 decoys. We got a spy, Dandelion. Come back to the Berserker. We don't need both of those. And a Shield Maiden in hand. This is a terrible hand. This is a terrible hand, but we have a spy. Oh, God. This is awful. It's awful. This spy could bring us Hermione. Spy could bring us Cirrus. Spy could bring us Bubkus, too. Are you kidding me? We're gonna have two things to decoy? No. The longship came back. Being punished. Punishment for something. Big bucks, no whammies. Scorch.
Well,
and
what do
Burna.
we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Extreme Twitch. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Yikes. Well. Great. That's great. Yeah. What a hand. He's trying to psych me out. What the hell was that? Fine. Two can play at that game. I can be just as weird as you. Right. Well, guess who gets played again? It's all about the same. R. Wasted my decoy, but still, that was strange. Decided he wanted to play a 2-round game and not take advantage of his monster faction perk to have a card stay on the board in the second round. So, then, okay. What's going on? Wait. Be patient. We're not, yeah, it's... Wait, he self-scorch? I didn't see that coming. I didn't think of that. He self-fucking-scorches. What the shit just happened? What is going on? This is an epic Gwent game right here. happening? Bamboozled! Bumbutched! Oh! Shuffles all cards from each player's graveyard back into their decks. I didn't think about how risky that was. I was only thinking about my side, our side. I wasn't thinking about their getting their graveyard back. Do I want to give them their graveyard back? A Scorch. They probably wouldn't get the Spy back. They would get... No, I can't give them their graveyard back. Can't do that. But it crossed my mind. We can't use our leader card. Pull him back out, or save that for the final round and pull him back out. We got it. We have to win this round. Send the grave back and muster. Yes, but the only muster I have is a ranged light longship that's pretty lousy. He's got crones and we basically be starting the game over. It's insane. Insane. It's insane. We don't even have a choice for the tourney. But we just... Skellige's the name of the game right now. Alright, if we play the medic and we pull out Mr. Scorchy, this is okay. Medic. Ringing. Wait, what? What did he do? He medicked a card and didn't play it? Are you allowed to do that? It's different. It's not really a medic. It's like a medic. Restore a card to your hand. It doesn't make you play it. It's like a medic, but you get to keep it. That's badass. Skellige deck. We're gonna get a couple cards for the third round, but I have to hold the medic. Got 3 cards left. Can he take us down with the 3 cards? He only got 1 back. Let's say he got a crone or one of his other musters. He can't muster again. He can't muster again. And he needs to make up 25 points. Show me. Show me. Prone. Can't muster. Clear weather. He gets some points back. Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else? We won the first round? I forgot about that. Beer! Woo! I forgot we won the first round.
What drove me to wager a sword against you know I not. Clearly to guide me the universe ceased. Here you serve.
Hey, Olivia!
And my land.
Nice timing.
Slander like that don't live long, because we don't let them.
Lave.
Accuse me of cheating again, and I'll cut your tongue out.
Enough. Hands to yourselves.
As Gwent is a gentleman's sport, we expect all its players to demonstrate impeccable manners, and we cannot tolerate any
Welcome aboard.
disturbances.
Thank you for the follow.
By decision of Count Monnier, the contestants from Novigrad and Skellige are hereby disqualified.
Gentlemen's sport. Well, I'm a lady, and we ladies don't give a flying fart about a tourney where any measly prick can accuse us of cheating.
With round 1 completed, the standings are as follows. Agneta Skolt and Eric van Vroeg both disqualified. Geralt of Rivia has defeated Hamel Ong Den Bali of Ophir. In the semi-final, Gerard shall face the defending champion, Ambassador Von Hinn.
I am honored.
That game. What? I didn't have time to process what happened in round 1. Decoy, no points. Round 2, Scorch, no cards. Is that ever gonna happen again? Keep playing Nilfgaard? I'm dazed. He's playing Nilfgaard. Spies galore, huh? Well... our decoys will make an appearance. Can't change the deck. We're playing Skellige. We can modify our deck. Dandelion is our only commander's horn since I ditched the Bard and our siege line. Still feeling iffy about those 2 berserkers, but Ermion stays in and we have our requisite unit cards. If I ditch the berserkers, but not Ermion, if I ditch the berserkers, and what? Brought in the siege again? As for leader, when am I ever going to use that? Am I going to want to shuffle everything back in? That's a Hail Mary. Rock on crate. That is a Hail Mary. Rock was useless. How about now? How about now? Well, we're going to play a spy. They won't be able to steal. They're going to play spies. Hopefully, we'll be able to steal and play at least one. That spy will end up in their trash, and if we shuffle it all, it's another way to get something back that ends up in the trash too. If they play spies against us and we can't decoy them, we can shuffle them back in. Let's keep Croc in the deck, in the hand. 1 decoy, Croc on crate, Scorch, Dandelion, Burnabrand. Okay. Triss. Hi, Triss. 2 shield maidens, 2 long ships. Skellige Storm. Yen. Medic. Alright. Seems like a pretty iffy hand. Scorchable, but it's really early. Intro bot. Frack you too, bot. I think that was directed at me, but no. This is an awful hand. What are we going to be able to do with this? Yikes. Nothing. Yeesh. tourney starts over. If your goal is to win the tourney, you have to win 4 matches without losing. You lose a match, you lose the tourney. Quest continues, and that's what we did years ago. I'd like to put that trophy on the shelf. We're in overtime already. There's another possibility, but I want that trophy. Bye-bye. Okay. Well played. I don't want to decoy Dandelion if he's got Nilfgaard with no spies. Give me a break. There's got to be a spy. And if the spy is a gold card, our decoy doesn't help. But if he plays a unit card spy, I want to grab it. Messing with me? It's messing with me again. Damn. Okay. I want to give this a little extra thought. Bear with me here. Got good music. We've got a spy in hand. I can play it, get us some cards. We've got a spy on the board. If I let it go in the discard pile, and in the next round, we play our leader card. We give him back a few cards. Some good ones. But then we have 2 spies. We play those spies, we get a bunch of cards. Maybe this goes on more. He's got decoys, he takes the spies, he plays them back. I can't think out that far. It's not chess. Okay, but if I do that, and we play all those points on his side in the next round, how are we gonna win the round? Well, it's okay if we win this round. It's okay if we win this round. So if I pass, are we gonna win this round, or is he gonna play and take it? He might play and take it. And then I risk giving him a bunch of points to get us more cards in the next round. Just wondering whether I want to play this now and get us cards now. Do I want to give him 9 more points or save it? I'm going to risk it. We're going to pass. He wants to burn cards to take this round. Let him do it. I'll risk it. He took his Scorch back. He's going to pass. Got that Scorch. So we can also medic the decoy. Wow, we can also medic the decoy. Bye. And the one in the trash is worth what? 7. A 7 and a 9. Want to give him 16 points. We did win that first round. Does he have the decoys to take the spies back? Saris. Amir. What did he do with Amir? I should have looked at his leader card. Which Amir? Draw a card from your opponent's discard pile. He just stole one of our cards. What did he get? Took my spy out. He didn't take Dandelion. I think he took. We play our leader. He gets some points back and a decoy. He could take that spy. I don't know what's in his 7 cards. May already have a decoy. This Berserker is near worthless unless we get a card we don't have in hand right now. Let's see what he plays. He needs to win this if he wants this round, if he wants any chance of winning the game, so he has to play hard. He has some incentive to play hard if we bait him out a little bit. For instance, he doesn't dare. If I play this storm that affects neither of us, it's gonna I'll lose 1 point. We're already at a deficit, but he's gonna be ahead and forced to play anyways, right? Any advantage to doing that? Just worried about giving him the spy. Giving him more spies. If I play this spy already, I'm not playing that leader card unless we play it this round. No, he's got that decoy in there. I don't want him grabbing these spies. So once again, I don't think we can play Croc on Crate. I got a decoy. Which kind of changes things. He decoyed a spy. Here comes the spy. Spy versus spy. Watch the spy out to play. No. Didn't play the spy. He played a medic. Strange move. Strange move. Yes. Kept that spy though. Still got it. Drink heavily. Think carefully. Drink heavily. We can afford to lose this round. He's going to play that spy either now or in the next round. If I decoy now, then he plays the spy. That was wasted. If I play Triss, I think he's more likely to play the spy this round. We grab it. Show me your spy. I know you have it. I know you have it. He's a fighter. Ah, damn. He's a fighter. I'm keeping Saris for... We're going to get some random cards out, but I'm keeping Saris. And I want to decoy his spy and probably use it against him. Which one did he take? He took the 7-point spy. 7-point spy. So be it. Well played. I didn't think of that. I mean, I should have because I know better, but I didn't think of it. If I pass, he'll play the spy. I think I said that a minute ago, but think carefully, drink heavily. I think drink heavily won out. Got another. He's gonna play the other spy. Alright. Whoa. Where did what just happened? How did one of the card? How the hell did we end up with extra cards? This spy, the 7-point spy. How did that? Did my faction perk trigger a spy? I thought that was on his side. Yeah, Skellige bonus. It must have been the longship and this spy. This spy gave us 2 cards and we scored. And then he played the other spy, which I can nab back, but I got the points right now, so it's the final round. Unless I need the cards. I'll take those cards, please. That's just dandelion. Risk it for the biscuit. Fail! We didn't have 10, we had 9. Fail to scorch. Can't you use the decoy on the spy card? Yes, I can. I can, but not sure it's the best plan. We can still do that if we have to. And what I'm thinking is we don't have to yet. Ceres will pull out some shield maidens. The shield maidens will turn into 8s. I guess they're not. Yeah, they're not a particular risk. 9 is worth to keep. It's a lot of points we keep right now. Plus, boom. We have to. We have to. It's awful close. If he'll lose 4, I'll lose 2. I'll lose 3. He'll lose 4, I'll lose 3. If I play the weather, he'll lose 4, I'll lose 3. And it'll force him to play his last card, and then if we have to, we can decoy. Headache. What do you got? He doesn't even want to show us. You know why? Because we won, baby! And he knows it.
Your Excellency, a pure pleasure to play you.
The pleasure was mutual, I assure you. Congratulations, Witcher.
Stop desecrating Gwent! Death to any and all new factions!
Seems there's some trouble brewing.
Scoot, all of yous! Off your asses and hide to Skellige, ye eye-loving seal slurpers.
Please remain calm and stop the verbal attacks.
Stop your mum from fucking ferrets! Hands off our Gwent!
Go on.
Maybe instead of hollering threats, you ought to just explain what it is you want.
We've said it plenty of times, yet no one ever listens!
Got me listening.
Gwent's an ancient pastime. Its rules were set ages ago.
Exactly. Determined in keeping with the laws of nature.
There should be 4 factions. That is the optimal number. Will not tolerate the introduction of any others. It would disgrace the tradition.
Aye, leave our Gwent the fuck alone. Enough of this. Didn't come here to jabber, but to break fucking heads in defense of tradition. Come on, lads.
I'll leave the country dance on the bits.
Camera's a real pain here, isn't it? Oh! Shit! Not the corner. Jeez. They're too short. It's problematic. And the camera's not helping. Oh! Good on you, dwarves.
Enough! I shall summon the guard.
I got this, Count. Sure, you can shut this tournament down, but there'll be another, with who knows what new rules.
Who knows what?
If you don't like them, don't enter. Play somewhere else however you want, but you'll never stop other folk from playing however they like.
Bollocks!
Like my good friend Zoltan Chive says, if
Zoltan!
one says you're talking bollocks, they could be right, they could be wrong. But if multiples say you're talking bollocks, well, you probably are. So let's take a vote. Who else here thinks I'm full of it?
Zoltan Chive. Haven't seen that rascal in ages. How's he doing?
Good thing we can name drop Zoltan. How about this?
Was in Novigrad last I saw him. Be glad to tell you more over a flask of something strong.
Attention, everyone! Our outing's taken a new turn. We're to sit and drink vodka with Zoltan's pal.
Gentlemen, wait. We've still the final round of the tournament to play.
I know. Fuck
2
that.
games, final round, and then...
Yaki Raffenberg, to hereby declare my participation in this tournament. And I demand to play the victor. We'll settle whether the Skellige faction's worth a flaming bag of shit once and for all.
Agreed, but please,
He's just gonna
show
let
some
him.
patience. We must first play a pre-final.
Trophy!
Pre-final, Count Monnier, representing the Skellige faction, shall face Geralt of Rivia, also playing with a Skellige deck.
My brother's dream has come true. Skellige in the final, and played by both contestants.
Good luck.
Alright. Stupid dwarves. Yes. Look at that. I already got the boxing trophy and the dwarves kicked my arse. Really short though. I kept aiming up here and their heads were down here. Rocco, buddy old pal, you haven't done us right yet. He's got Croc though. He might shuffle everything back in. Let him. Let him. Decoy in a storm. He may have more siege or range than we do. Oh, come on now. Alright. Olaf. Ermion with his Mardro. Chris. No sign of Ceres yet. 1 light longship, 2 berserkers. But I gotta wonder, Ermion, he will only transform the young berserkers. We would need a Mardrome card played to the close combat row to turn this berserker. So this berserker is not a whole lot of use to us. Hjalmar, on the other hand, good man. If I redraw the Shield Maiden, thinking about the decoy too. If I redraw the Shield Maiden, we might end up with another longship. I don't want that. You get the berserker back, not helpful. Ceres would be perfect. What would we be decoying here? Do we have any targets for decoy? Not really. And we're playing Skellige, so the likelihood of having something to decoy from them is unlikely. Okay, no Ceres, but we have 2 Shield Maidens. At least they will work together. See your berserker. Damn. Nice draw for them. I had a spy we can't steal. Put away my decoy anyways. They now have a card advantage. Tit for tat. Not about to do it, not right this moment, but our leader card is a passive that would allow us to take half the hit that he takes if we play a Skellige Storm. That would put us just a hair ahead. On the other hand, Ermion and his ability to strengthen this berserker would be weakened by that move if we played a storm. Even if we're taking a half hit, we're taking a half hit for something that should be a strong move. I don't want to do that. I don't like the cards he's got. The number of cards he's got. Ermion's coming out this round. Is Ermion coming out right now? It's gonna take more than a little to win this round. Let's lay some groundwork for that other Shield Maiden coming out. Tit for tat. Tit for tat. As soon as I bring Ermion out, that Berserker will become a scorched target. Same if I play Olaf. Same if I play that Shield Maiden. Same if I play Dandelion. Anything I do besides playing Triss or Hjalmar would be a scorched target right now. But I'm kind of committed to playing Ermion and the other Shield Maiden this round. I'm counting on him being invested in this round a little more. Take our first big risk here. The bear's on the field. Scorch. That's a little bit better. If I had played the Shield Maiden, Tight Bond, they would have each turned into 8s. The Scorch would have taken them both. We lost 8 instead of 16. And we got the Scorch out of the way. Could be more. passing would not be prudent. They would take the round easily. We need to hit hard. You'd pass. He's probably gonna pass. No, he played another Berserker. We pass. We both have Skellige decks. We're gonna get some random cards for the third round if we make it that far. I'd rather not make it that far. Pass with one Maiden in hand? Nah, no, we had to play that Maiden. And we could pass now, but he'd take the round pretty easily. Think about that weather card. Might be the time for it. Gonna hurt him more than it hurts us. Hello, Traven. Now Traven appears in bed sick. You would play the Storm and the Leader card. The Leader's a passive, so Storm, I'm thinking, for now. I want this round. I can force him to pass. Right. Now I want to tease him into playing. I want him to waste a couple good cards. Tell me what you got. It's my turn. Boo. Boo. Olaf and Dandelion can work together. We're both going to get some RNG in the final round. I don't want to play Dandelion because he's a low point card. He goes with Olaf, not a low point card. Triss is our, Triss will be our tease here. You up for that, Triss? Berna, Edic, Berserker. He could still Hail Mary and shuffle everything back in. If he Hail Marys, he Hail Marys, but we haven't seen that yet. Should be interesting. If I play Dandelion, get him to play another card. I'm committed. Pretty well committed to playing Olaf this round. It's risky, he could scorch it, but it should convince him we're invested. And he has to win this round. So if he plays enough good cards, there's going to be a lot of RNG going into the third round. We're going to have RNG plus Hjalmar. Is that enough to win it? It'll be RNG versus RNG and a card or two in hand. Or I pass now, force him to play one more card. I could pass now. He will have to play. And it'll be RNG and a one card difference. RNG and a one card difference versus RNG and a 2-card difference. If I play Dandelion and Olaf, he's gonna have to play 2 more cards. I assume 2 more cards. He'll have 3, we'll have 1. 2-card difference. RNG and a 2-card difference. We're gonna pass. Papa Koo, pass. Yes, we're gonna try that pass. Played a Shield Maiden. Decoyed a medic! Oh, you clever bastard! Ow! That was smart. And that was clever as hell. decoyed his medic. And he could still Hail Mary. I'm alright, Traven. I'm doing alright. Hope you're doing, well, you said you're not doing so hot. Sorry, my brain is split in places. But that'll come around soon. Still Hail Mary. He could have a Scorch. What do you got? Woo! Clutch. That was clutch. Good game.
Congratulations. The best man has won, playing the best faction to boot.
Thanks. Good game.
Skellige won. What a bundle of
This is Skellige versus Skellige.
Now, that's my turn.
That is what we agreed. Let us resolve our differences here and now.
Here and
now to determine the ultimate victor. Geralt of Rivia, playing the Skellige faction, shall face Yaki Raffiberg, playing
Scoia'tael.
Let the better man or dwarf.
Scoia'tael is a very balanced deck. Spies can exist, but the risk is lower than Nilfgaard. King Bran. Weather. Scoia'tael. Scoia'tael gonna bring the frost. They might. You win the tourney? Who are these usurpers? The dwarf plays elves. Yeah, there's a... ponder that. Ponder that, mateys. Scoia'tael faction perk to go first. Olaf, old buddy, old pal. Triss. Maiden and 2 long ships, a berserker and no Ermion. A storm. Skellige, ranged and melee mostly. Scorch. 2 decoys. Ay, ay, ay. Baby! It's good to see ya. Before I rush into another redraw, Cirrus being in hand means we might want to redraw the Shield Maiden. This Berserker... Two decoys. The Berserker is points in hand. The Shield Maiden, unless we don't have any medics, Shield Maiden is not going to be well played early. We should probably swap the Shield Maiden. Hope we don't get a long ship or another Shield Maiden. Berserker's not a great card to have in hand. We don't have a Mardrome. 2 decoys. I'm not sure what we're going to use them on. Maybe I should swap a decoy for a point card. But the decoys are wild. They might be more useful than they appear. We don't know how we'll use them. We go with the Maiden. Cirrus means the Maiden basically isn't here. A warrior. Fate Bond. Dennis Cranmer. Well, here's our lonely berserker. You go out and meet Dennis. Mean. Peculiar. Play. Your leader, your Findabear. Destroys your enemy's strongest close combat unit. It's a close combat scorch. That's gonna be really useful. Ow. I wonder if we can... wonder if we could force that leader play right now. And what the risk is for not. We are low on points. We don't have a whole lot. Cirrus is our best point play, and Cirrus will bring out some close combat that could get ruined by that leader card. All our shield maidens would get wiped out unless we had a higher point play on the board. If I play that warrior, we'll have 10 at might. Tease him into playing Fin-de-Bear. He would wipe out that warrior, but his leader would be off the board for later. Our leader is a passive. We get weather damages cut in half. But since we're mostly playing melee, it doesn't matter too much. On the other hand, if I play the storm... No, not now, but if Scoia'tael plays ranged, we could play the storm and still get away with something. I played Triss. We'd be over 10. I don't expect him to play Fin-de-Bear to scorch a Berserker, though. Show me Fin-de-Bear. Bring her out to play early. No? We don't want to scorch when we're also at risk. This gets us points without putting us at risk for Scorch. We don't have anything of high point value. If they had a ranged Scorch, though, that would take our ships. Siri, all right, he's invested. He's in first round. What can we do about that? I don't want to play the Skellige Storm right now. We'd lose 6 points. He'd only lose 5. If he played more range, that could change. Scorch would still hurt him more than it would hurt us. Still on the table. Same cards at risk. If we play Triss and he plays his leader, we're going to lose the warrior 6 points. That was a nice 15 is hard, but do I want to give the round away? We've got a 1 card advantage and he's still got his leader. I want that leader gone. I don't want to be playing Cirrus and then get hit for a 12-point loss, which is what would happen. Cirrus is going to bring out 12 points. We get hit for a 12-point loss. If I play Cirrus now, sounds a little crazy, but stay with me. If I play Cirrus now, we get a crushing blow for the first round, and he'd be wise to pass. We'll bring out so many points, and his leader card will be useless, because if he plays it, all he's gonna get... No, scratch that, I'm wrong. 8. The Shield Maidens are tight bond. They would turn into 8s. We wouldn't lose 12, we'd lose 24. I need him to play that leader card. Triss, you think you could tease a dwarf for me? Yeah! That's my girl! Nice. Nice move, Triss. Well played. I'm even thinking about the Scorch. He'd lose 12. Oh, we'd lose nothing because my 6 is already gone. Yeah. Gotta hang on to that weather. Those decoys. I don't do myself any good decoying a muster that can't muster out of the graveyard. If we wanted to pull back from this round, I don't think that's a good idea. I think we have to take this round. At any cost. What does that mean? That means Olaf or Cirrus. I think decoy Triss, we can't. Can't. Gold card. Can't decoy Triss. Wait. You mean we can? We can? What? What? Can't. Since when can you? What? Can you really decoy gold cards? I thought you couldn't. But I didn't think you could. I don't think it would let. It's not going to let us, is it? Think about this for a second. If we decoy Triss, let's try. Triss, that was a wonderful tease. Can you come back? No, we can't. Can't. Okay. Can't. Was confused there for a minute as it came up. So we can't decoy Triss, and I don't think decoying anything else is gonna help. We either... Damn. I guess Olaf's coming out, and the question is where? Front line. Cute. Damn. Okay. It may not be as bad as it looks. Played his heavies. Got a good deck. He drew a good hand. Yep, that probably would have made more sense to decoy something there. I think you're right, but maybe we'll decoy Olaf again. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Can't decoy Olaf. That was... Oh! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If I could do that backwards, Olaf might have been a better play here. We have to play Olaf now. No, we don't have to. Here's what's up. Skellige deck faction perk. We're going to get a couple cards. We're going to get a surprise, and we don't know what our surprise will be. And then Cirrus is going to bring out some heavy hitters. I think Olaf is our best play right now. I don't want to bring out Cirrus now. She's got a little more going on. Hi there, Yui. it can happen. If it's ever gonna happen, it's gonna be the tourney. And Olaf came back anyways, because he hasn't had enough. He wants blood. He wants blood. Watch this. So, what are you gonna play? Rock this boat. Boom! You knew it had to show up sometime. King Bran! I love you. Woo! Yeah!
Thanks. Good game.
Bollock blisters! What hurts most is fucking Skellige one. But as they say, tough shite.
Tough shite. Hey, you kicked my ass in fisticuffs. You get the Pugilist Award. I get the Gwent Trophy.
Stay, for I wish to treat you all to a tickle. We must toast the premier of the new faction. And if anyone wishes to play a friendly match of Gwent, I see no reason why not. Thank you for everything, Witcher.
It didn't all go as planned.
Don't think that went exactly as you planned.
What matters is we played Gwent.
Oh, I fixed it!
You proved yourself a true Gwent master. Here, the grand prize. You earned it.
Excellent!
I got your back, though.
Thank you very much, Count.
Thank you once more for deigning to take part in my little tournament. I hope we
Right back at you, Johnny.
Who knows? Farewell.
Yeah! Would have been nice if we could have kicked the dwarves' arse. Collective arses.
Your reputation
That's
precedes
all right.
you,
Ha ha ha! And back to Corvo to put our trophy on the shelf before we call it a night.
She left her husband and ran off with something.
And you believe that?
You're behind Biafra and sail Issa to France.
Rufus!
Witcher? Was that truly necessary?
Trombones, good night. We're wrapping in a few minutes. We're in overtime anyways. So you made it through the whole thing. Cheers.
Geralt,
Good night.
I knew from the start you best the beast.
Yes! Jumbo, I almost said cheers, Rufus.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout is written, brought in chains.
One false move and you will regret it.
We cleaned out the DLC. Be excellent to yourselves. And party on, dudes. You're quitting too soon. What are you talking about? You don't have to turn your stream on earlier. Yes, we did. We need to have streams that run later. We really do. We really do. my hope is to make Friday and Saturday streams longer and later again. It hasn't happened yet. I still want it to. Meow. Another armor stand in need of a set. We have to hang Iris back up here. Hold on. Iris. We have to hang Iris under the portrait of Olgierd. Iris. And your butt doesn't want to work overtime. Nope. Red trophy. Yeah, baby, yeah. The dwarves may have kicked my arse tonight, but we already got our trophy. Here. Letter from Regis. Dear Geralt, you are reading these words. It means I am already far beyond the borders of Toussaint. You have found my mutagenerator. Well, I haven't actually, but just say I have. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like. Perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function. For I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished and I am convinced. As convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the mutagenerator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies. In this case, the bodies of monsters and evildoers you kill, and when it has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the mutagenerator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it is a green, red, or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate, by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, Emil Regis Rohelik Terziev Godefroy. Yes, you might be wondering why I decided to toss the mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty. Believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. Thank you, Regis. Sure, it will serve us well. Thought we had another armor stand. Are they really all full? BB? No more? Could you requisition some more armor stands? Maybe make some room for a few more paintings. I would appreciate it. Love to have that cozy home. As would I. As would I. Marlene in the kitchen. Unlike her days as a white, she doesn't even spit in the food. Hi, Marlene. Good seasonings. Well, Geralt, it's been quite an adventure. How many hundreds of hours is that now? Arlene is not trying to kill us. Shush! The housing aspect? Yeah, it was a little late. Yui, you think the housing aspect is one thing Witcher 3 could have done better. I'm glad they included something, and it was at the very end. But more options, maybe more locations and more options would be nice. CDPR is not likely to add to this game, but who knows? What if they eventually released better mod tools, more like the ones they released for the second game? What if they gave Wild Hunt over to the community now that it's been a few years? You should talk to CDPR about that. See what kind of fan-made adventures people could come up with if they had full control of the scripting and the assets. A true masterwork. It is. It's possible, Logan, that we may see a Ciri game or some other, but Geralt's tale is done. Not for us. We'll be back. We'll be back. We have a bit more in the main game. We won't be playing that tonight, but I think we will have an encore stream at some point to finish the main quest, because we have not been as thorough this playthrough in Velen or Skellige. There is stuff all over. If we wanted to spend another 100 hours roaming the lands, we can. But final preparations are final preparations. We have the end of the main game on deck as well, and I think at some point we'll come back for an encore stream of this playthrough. We'll finish this NoHUD playthrough, and whatever time we don't need for the main quest line we can spend exploring the lands. But that will not be tomorrow. I've been awful with the schedule, but there is just a little bit on it. We're going to be playing BioShock Infinite tomorrow, and Saturday, and Monday, and Tuesday. Maybe we'll finish it by Tuesday. Maybe we'll spill over towards the end of next week. But we'll have to see. It's been bloody fantastic, has it not? Tropic family, always a good time, but you guys make it really special. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for being such excellent company as always. You're new here. You new here today. Welcome aboard. Berlin, Extreme Twitch, Vanilla Rapper, and Jon Snow. Littering and Next Mangaza. You as well. Welcome aboard, everyone new. C-Star, thank you for the bits. And if you're sub to the channel, thank you so much for the sub support. Resubs today from Gaming Terry, from Drewski, and anyone who resubs on GameWiz. It's not showing up on my Streamlabs list, and I know my brain blanks. By the end of the stream, I go, who who resubbed from Game Wisp today that I'm not seeing on the list. Oh God, clench. But I love you all the same. So, cheers. Cheers and thank you for being here. I will see you all on the flip side. BioShock Infinite tomorrow. Good night, Geralt. Good night, Starship. I will see you on the flip side. Also, the schedule, UTC -7. The schedule used to show in your time zone. Right now, it shows in my time zone. It's worse than that. My time zone is -7, and as of Sunday, it will be -6, so it's going to get more confusing. I still love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.